Good evening. Um, Welcome to tonight's presentation for college scholarships. I want to make sure you can hear me. Can someone just throw in the chat if you can hear me? Okay, great. My name is Jennifer Stovall. I am one of the counselors here at Westerville South, and can I show you on here? I have with me Erica Beebe. She is actually one of the counselors at Westerville North. And joining us today, but not here in the office, Monica Johnson is also one of our school counselors at Westerville Central. So we are actually the scholarship liaisons, and our contact information will be available at the end of the presentation. So any specific questions that you may have, we do ask throughout this. You can always add to the chat if you have general questions. But any specific questions you might have that pertains to your situation, we would ask that you reach out to the counselor, the scholarship liaison at your building. That way we can spend the time and give you the answers that you're looking for instead of just trying to rush you, and we don't want to do that. So a couple other housekeeping items. We are going to record this. So by Friday, we're going to try to get this link out to you. But before that, maybe tomorrow we'll try to get the PDF of these slides out to you so you can at least look them over, but the actual recording will come to you later this week. There is a 30 to 40-minute time limit on my Zoom meeting, so just know that we won't be on here all night. We'll try to make this quick and but informative as well. So we will go ahead and get started. Let me make myself a little smaller. You want to see presentation. And if you do have any sound on, if you want to mute yourselves, just so we can make sure that everyone can hear and don't have any feedback, that would be great. Okay. All right. So what are scholarships? So simply, scholarships are gifts. Okay. They do not have to be repaid. They're just money that is given to you. And there are thousands of them. So sometimes we'll have parents reach out and say, hey, can you give me the scholarships that are just for my student? And honestly, there are just thousands of them. So for us to be able to do that, we wouldn't have the time or wouldn't be able to help you the way you need to. So what we ask is that we'll give you the tools to find different scholarships, but you'll want to take the time to see what works for you and your family. Scholarships are offered by schools, they're offered by employers, different individuals and private companies, utility companies, nonprofit, religious groups, professional and social organizations. So for example, utility companies, you can always, if you have a cable company, maybe it's Spectrum or AT&T, or your electric company, if it's AMP, you can always reach out to them to see if they have any scholarships available, because you have you are using their services, and they should let you know if they have any scholarships available to you. The biggest amount of money actually comes from the colleges themselves. So colleges is where you're going to find the most money. Our biggest advice to you is to pay attention to application deadlines and the procedures. So I'm going to show you a couple of different scholarships. This is one. How do I want to say this? Let me back up. Scholarships want to look at your talents. So they want to look, are you a great student? Are you an athlete? Do you have a lot of talent in the arts? So that's what they're looking to reward. So you want to try to find out where are your strengths, and that's where colleges come in handy of giving money. So let's look at this automatic priority deadline. If you've been looking at the information your counselors have been sending out, we keep talking about hitting the priority deadline. Every college has, not every, most colleges have a deadline, and some of them are as early as November 1st. So I'm going to see. Okay, yeah. So one of the scholarships, can you see Miami? All right, let's just go with Miami. Their scholarship deadline, if you look here, it says December 1st is their priority deadline. So what that means is you have to submit the application by December 1st. By just hitting that deadline, if you scroll down, for Miami, if you have these GPAs down here, you're going to automatically be awarded scholarship money. So make sure that you're looking at the colleges that you're applying to see if they have merit scholarships available by just hitting that priority deadline. So if you have a 3.9, you can see 9.5, you can see that every year you'll get $3,000 right off the top by just applying by that priority deadline. So the next thing is a scholarship calculator. If you're thinking, okay, how much money can I get for scholarships due to grades or test scores, you can click on a scholarship calculator if the college has one of those. So right now we're looking at Ohio Northern. And they have the scholarship calculator right here. So I'm going to click on that. And it says, okay, SAT scores. So let's say we have an SAT score of 1,000. That's what our SAT score is. We have a GPA of 3.2. And which college are you applying to within Ohio Northern? So are you going to go into the business college, engineering, pharmacy, or are you just looking to get a general degree of arts and sciences? So let's say we're just going to get a general degree. And then you hit the next button. And then this is giving you an estimate that with that criteria and with what you've put in, your scholarship amount will be around $18,500 per year. Now that sounds like a lot. $18,000, you're going to get that in scholarships. So then I went back and I researched how much is Ohio Northern, and it is about $40,000 per year. So yes, 50% off by just having that SAT score and GPA. That's great. But then you'll have to kind of decide within your family, is this still affordable with this scholarship? So that's another scholarship you can look at the college level. There are also additional scholarships on each college website. So again, I'm going to reiterate, colleges, that's where you're going to get the majority of the scholarships. So I really want you to focus on this page. So the additional scholarships, I'm going to click on that and show you a sample. We have Bowling Green State University. So if you scroll down, this has their scholarships, financial aid. And then if you go down here to the bottom, here's all kinds of different scholarships that they have available for you to apply to. And you'll have to complete, some of them you do have to complete an application. So you do want to read through that information. You can think of it?
No, I think you can go with it.
Okay.
I will say one question that we get a lot at Westerville North. Every college have the same priority deadline. That answers no. College has their own. A lot of times they'll be listed in school links, so students can see it there. And we'll probably talk about school links tonight. But each college has their own, and that can be found on their website if they do have a priority deadline.
Okay. So somebody said they can't really hear, so that's okay. So I'm just going to reiterate, that was a great point. Somebody asked, do all colleges have the same priority deadline? And that answer is no. So if you make sure that you have to look up each college and you have to make sure you see when their deadline is. I am going to ask one more time to make sure you are muted. So everybody who's logged in, if you can just make sure your microphone is off, it's creating a lot of background noise and some bounce back so other people can't hear. So if you can, everybody can just look real quick. I know I always forget to do that. So if you wouldn't mind, thank you. And then also, if you are an athlete, make sure that you are checking with NCAA and NAIA. I did put the links here. If you're wanting to play for college, this is kind of a misconception for some students. They get accepted to, they don't get accepted. They have coaches looking at them, and the coaches are like, I want you. You're going to be on our team. You're a great player. The student never applies to the college. So students need to keep in mind that you have to apply and get accepted to the college. Even if the coaches want you, getting accepted to the college still has to come first. So make sure that is something that your child has made sure they have applied. And then if you are very talented in the arts, whether that be performing arts or visual arts, make sure you check with the college to see, do they need a portfolio? Do you have to do an audition? Again, this is all money from the colleges, but you have to make sure you reach out to them to see what scholarships are available. All right, this is just a little, I know we probably have a wide range of people here of like grades, maybe even 9th grade all the way through 12th grade. So just a couple points that I want to make is by the end of the junior year, students should have a test score secured. And we're very blessed in Westerville City Schools because in a student's sophomore year, they have the PSAT, which is the practice SAT. They take it again at the beginning of their junior year, the practice test, and then they get the test, the actual SAT test in the spring of their junior year. All of this is free. The school signs your child up for that. So they will have an SAT score by the end of their junior year. So that's very important. Now, let's say they don't like that score and they weren't happy with it. For scholarship purposes, by August or September of the following year, so August or September of their senior year, that's usually the last date of testing that colleges will accept the scores for the priority scholarships. So make sure if you don't like your score in the spring, you make sure you retake that test prior to that. A couple questions. Let me see if I can. Somebody said I should be able to mute.
Click participants.
Sorry, I'm trying to mute.
And then, just click where like the actual icon. Yep. And then there's, yep, that one right there. Yep. Oh, can you click there? Can you, see where it says mute all?
Nope. Yep. There you go. Thanks, whoever gave me some. This is my first Zoom. We always use Google Meet here, so I'm struggling a little bit. Thanks for your patience. Okay, I have a couple other items. If a student has applied test optional and was offered money, is there a chance for more money if they submit test scores after? You'll have to, that would be a good question for the college, each college. Do you know that answer?
No, I think it depends on each school. I would recommend that you reach out to the college representative themselves to get that answer. And I think there was one above it asking if typically students wait until they're seniors to apply for scholarships, and that answer is yes.
Yeah. Somebody asked something about community scholarships. We're getting to that. I promise we're going to cover that very well. Hopefully I've got everybody muted. And, oh, yep. And we found most colleges are not requiring ACT, SAT scores. How much weight are colleges putting on those scores for scholarships versus acceptance? If their college, or if they are test optional, then they're not, I would only submit those test scores if you feel it's going to do, if it's going to benefit you.
Sometimes I've seen where they do need it for certain scholarships within the university.
Yeah.
Or a specific major within the university.
Yeah. But if they're already giving you a scholarship and you don't have a great test score, I wouldn't submit your test score because it's not, yeah, they can't really hear you. So, okay. Okay, thank you for all of your feedback. I do appreciate that. Let's keep moving. Before senior year, if you want to, yeah. You're going to want to start gathering documents for financial aid. This year, the financial aid, the FAFSA, the application is going to be available on December 1st. Here's what we ask. I kind of put this all in bold. Get your FSA ID number as soon as you can. So what is that? That's actually, think about, I don't know, in the archaic ages when we used to have to sign things, we would have a signature. Now everything's done online. So this FSA ID counts as your signature. So
it's also your username and password to get into your application.
Yeah, username and password. So you will need that. So make sure that is something, and there is these are all live links. And again, I will send this out to you, but you can use that link to go ahead and get your FSA ID number before December 1st. And then during your senior year, our biggest thing is hit the deadlines. You know, we talk about in class, kids are lucky because teachers are pretty lenient when things are turned in, or, you know, they can turn it in a little late. Colleges are not so lenient. So they want, if you want scholarship money, make sure you get everything in by the due date. All right, let's keep moving. All right, so we talked about college scholarships. Again, remember, that's where the most of the money comes from. But we also have school links. And I'm letting you guys know that every single one of your children have a School Links account, and they use their school's Google username and password to log in. And I'm just going to kind of show you this feature really quick. But this is something that they can get into at any time. So they're going to go to School Links. And again, here is the link for School Links. You click on that, and this is what you're going to see. And I have that arrow. That's how they log in. They can click on log in with Google. And once they put in their username and password, this is the screen that they'll see. And over here on the left-hand side, you can see that they can look for colleges. They can look for careers. There's a finance scholarship matching component. So I'm going to click on that. And this is what they're going to see. So this is really cool because they can create their own profile within School Links. So if you see the first tab, the tabs across the top, the first tab says eligibility. So they're going to put what is their grade, what is their gender, race, ethnicity, religious preference. They fill out all this information about themselves. The next tab talks about their interests. So what are they interested in? What's their major? Maybe what sports are they in, or what clubs, activities? And then the last tab talks about the colleges. So what colleges are they interested in? So once they create this portfolio, they're going to click down at the bottom, view matches.
Zoom meeting limit. Oh boy. Just
okay. Okay. And so right here will be the list that this student gets. And when they have this list, they click on it. Oh, it's going to end. Meeting will end in 10 minutes. So we're going to move through this. Then right here on the right-hand side is actually the information about the scholarship and how you would apply. So this is available again to all students. Community scholarships. This is where we really want to sit and talk about. Your child, all students will have access to community scholarship information. That's seniors. That has been sent out. By Sunday, all parents in the district through the principal's communication will receive community scholarship information. Between all three high schools, over $200,000 is given. So this is not just dependent on GPA, but it's also memorial scholarships, scholarships based on a major, sports activity involvement. If you attended a middle school or an elementary school here in Westerville City, there's scholarships for you, and then community service. Our advice is all college-bound students should apply. I do have this scholarship listing attached, and I'm just going to go through this very quickly. Let me see if I can make it a little bigger. It opens on December 9th. Okay, so this link that we have right here is not even going to be active until December 9th, and the students have 1 month to complete it, and it's all online, and it is going to be due on January 10th. If you roll down here, you're going to see all the things that your child needs to have. So the online community application. I'm trying to hurry, my bad. That is honestly, it is a one pager. It's super quick, but they can't even do number one until they log in on December 9th. But again, it's a quick application. Here's what your student or your child needs to get ready. They need to have a resume. They need to have a letter of recommendation, either digital, like, or in hand. So they need to ask their recommender for a copy. There is the ability to put in an optional essay. So if they have any special circumstances, they can always put together this optional information essay. Again, we are going to send this out to you. Your child already, I know somebody's asking, how do we get this? Your child already has access to it. It's in their Schoology account. So make sure, or and it emailed them. So make sure they're checking that. And then it's going to be in the principal's update that you get every Sunday from your principal. And that's for all 3 high schools. They also need a vocational essay, and some of the scholarships need an additional letter of recommendation or additional essay. This is coming to you. And the beauty of this down here, now this is Westerville South, and I'm only doing it because I'm at South, but North and Central has their own listing. You will get a copy of this. If you look, here are all the different scholarships that are available. So you can kind of read down through here. And again, this is our I guess, plea to you to go ahead and get prepped for that December 9th launch, opening of the community scholarship. Get all your ducks in a row. So right when that application opens, you're ready to apply. Yep. All right. And so then there's, again, some more information about the community scholarships. It opens December 9th, closes January 10th. These scholarship search engines, these are just additional scholarships that you can apply for. And there's, again, hundreds and hundreds of them. So make sure that you take your time, look through them, and see if any of these, and if you look, I have 3 pages of them on here. There are probably even more than this, but we just wanted to give you the ones that we know our students have used in the past. Have your student keep checking their email. You could even get access to their Schoology account, and you could be checking their Schoology messages. That would be a great idea. And we did put some extra tips from school counselors and from admission reps from colleges on here. So somebody wrote, can they accept more than one scholarship? Yes, you can apply to as many scholarships as you would like. And can transcripts be accessed? Counselors will upload your transcript. So that number 7, the step number 7, don't worry about it. We will take care of that for you. It's great. So here are just some tips again from counselors and school admission reps. The FAFSA opens on December 1st. I really want to stress that at the bottom, there are workshop nights that we can help you get this completed, along with a couple financial aid assistants that will be there to help you. And you'll be, as long as you have your FSA ID number, most of you will get your FAFSA completed if you attend one of those nights. And like the first ones at North, Central students, South students, and North students are all invited. So don't think you have to go to your school-specific workshop. Okay. There are some more slides about how to be competitive. So make sure you kind of read through that of how to be competitive in your scholarship essays and your scholarship applications. And scholarship scams. If you're asked to pay a fee, or if you're asked for your bank account number, please do not give that. That is a scam. So scholarships are free money, right? So you shouldn't be paying for that.
I will say one thing about the payment piece. I had a parent reach out about NYU, and they need the student to complete a College Board CSS profile, there is a payment that is required for that, which I did not know until this year when the parent asked.
I wouldn't know that.
Yeah.
CSS profile, you will have to pay. That's interesting. Reach out to us if you have any questions. Like if something doesn't feel right, reach out to one of the counselors that are listed here at the end. We'll help you. There's so many questions, but we are here for you. Like we're here to help. You're never bothering us. Just let us know what you need. And there is a slide on here of how parents can help. And it's really important that we want the students to be doing the work, but we want you to help guide them, help them stay organized with dates and maybe items that they need. But when they're writing those essays, make sure that they're writing those essays. Are the FAFSA nights for juniors or seniors? They're for seniors. Seniors, and when your junior becomes a senior, then they will be filling it out in December. Another question, is there a recommended way to track community service that college will look at? No, it's kind of on the honor system. So you're going to list all of your community service that you've done, be specific on what you've done, but there's no way to really track it. They're just
you can track it in in school links, but that doesn't go directly to the college. It's just like more of a resource for you and your student to look back at.
Yeah. Again, this is the last screen and it has all of our contact information. Again, sorry about the, how quickly we went through this, but we also wanted to get this information out to you. The only forums that we have are Google Meet and Zoom, and we get 30 minutes. So, any other questions? Do the high school transcripts include CCP classes, or does that come from the college? They do include it at the end of the year. So anything that your child took through their junior year, that is included. But so for scholarships, that's all. I will say that scholarships, especially for the community scholarships, they are going to look at the end of the year for your junior year. So they won't even be looking at senior year grades.
To come back to that CCP grade real quick, with that piece or those grades, the colleges are going to want the official transcript from the course, the college they took those CCP classes in. So right now we have a lot of people asking about Columbus State and how do I get that? They need to request that directly through Columbus State to the college that they're applying to.
Yeah, that's for the college applications for sure. But for scholarships, you won't need a separate application, or sorry, a separate transcript.
Excuse me?
Yeah, we're down to a minute. And again, we know that it was kind of rushed, but we just really encourage you to reach out. We're here to help you.